Hello. All right, let's go ahead and turn this camera on so I can say hello to you guys. Awesome. Hi, my name is Wendy Lee, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US, and I'm super excited that you are joining me for a little paper crafting today. So happy Tuesday. Yay. All right, what are we going to do today? Today I've got a fun interactive card for you. So sometimes those can be a little bit challenging, but I chose something today that's actually not too bad to do. So we're going to make this adorable little birthday card. So let's see if I can do this with my hand. Is that not cute? So you could take any image, really. I think animals work well, butterflies would work well to make this super cute card. And then we've got our sentiment on the inside as well. So I did another version of it with the donkeys. So how cute is that? So he also wobbles. So much fun, right? You could do the dinosaurs. You could do, gosh, just any animal I think would be kind of fun. But this is the one we're going to make today, featuring the few products from the Snail Mail product suite. So as you guys know, Glenda and I are partnering for a Happy Mail stamp camp, and that registration is coming due soon. You only have until the 27th to register. It is 8 project kits, video tutorials. She designed 4, I designed 4, and they are fabulous. So I hope you guys will join us for that. It's lots and lots of fun. This is also the last week of celebration, which means this is your last opportunity to earn free products with every $50 purchase. So that cute little donkey might be one that's on your little list here. So with the last week of celebrations, it's also the last week to earn your spot for my celebration event. So that will take place on March 27th. I think I'm going to do it at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll go live via Zoom, excuse me. There'll be a private Facebook group as well with chances to win prizes. But the paper crafting card class, it's going to be a 4-card class that I will mail to you for free. And we will gather on Zoom and put our projects together. So much fun. So to meet that requirement, you would have had to spend $150 or more with me during celebration. So between January 5th and February 28th. So you've got one more week to do that and join us. It's so much fun. We had a great time last year, so that's why I'm doing it again this year. All right, let's jump into our paper crafting. So let me switch our camera over, if I can do it. And I'm going to check and make sure that I'm in the right place. All right, what did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Wheel, what's it doing? There it is. Maybe. It's messing with me. Good grief. Oh, it went up in the corner. Okay, it moved around on my screen. Crazy. Okay, let's move to the desktop. All right, perfect. And you know what? I probably ought to check and make sure I am in the Facebook group, right? Hopefully I am. So let's put the projects out so you can see those while I am double checking to make sure I am right in the Facebook group. Normally it pops up for me, so it's a little odd that it didn't, but you know, Facebook keeps changing things as usual, so you never know what you're going to get. So let me just double check, because I bet you guys are here and talking to me, and I don't even know it yet. Dun, dun, dun. There we are. Yes, I see you guys already in. So I see Kay and Mary McKay and Mary Cook. Yay, 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 yay. Hopefully this will pop up in some others feeds, and we'll see some more here shortly. So as you guys have questions, make sure to ask me. And if I miss anything, I will definitely go back. So I've already put the complete supply list and cut dimensions in the video description. So you should have that. Yes. Oh yeah. Outside. It's so pretty outside today here. So we're in North Carolina, and the sun is shining. I don't know how toasty warm it is. It looked pretty chilly this morning, but at least the sun is shining. So that's nice. We've had some dreary weather, which I know many have. All right, let's get started. I want to show you again while this is in a good position. So isn't that cute how it wobbles? And then the snail. So fun, so fun, so fun. All right, so this is the one we're going to create today. I just wanted to show you how easy it would be to take any other critter you've got and make the same layout and duplicate this project. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move these out of the way. I am starting with a thick white card base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5. I'm going to fold it in half and run my bone folder along the crease to get a nice fold line here. All right, super easy peasy. And then I did not bring my cheat list on my measurements. Let's see how well I remember. So this is 3 inches by 5.5. So of course, any measurements that I say in the video, if they're wrong, I apologize. Definitely go by what I've got listed because sometimes I forget to bring my cheat. So I've got a 3 by 5.5. Pretty sure I'm correct on that. 1 1/4 by 5.5. I have another print because I'm going to put these together, right? And then I've got just a scrap strip of basic gray. So this is about a 1/2 inch by 5.5. It can be a little wider, it can be a little narrower. It really doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and build this. So I'm going to start with this skinnier strip of designer paper. And oh, look at that. My adhesive is not running. So I learned this super cool trick the other day. So I'm going to show it to you guys. So instead of manually advancing my adhesive with my finger, you can use your silicone craft sheet and just run it on that, and it's going to pull it, and then it works fabulously again. So sometimes when we pull off, whoop, you saw it, hopefully. Sometimes when we pull off, it pulls the tape from the inside. And so then when we start up again, it's not leaving tape on our project. So if that happens, I'll just grab that silicone mat again and put that down. So, all right, that's right on the edge. And then let's see if my tape is running or if I lost it. Yep, I lost it. So let's bring in that silicone mat. I'll just run it ever so slightly. And look at that. It's running again perfectly. I love that trick. I didn't know that was a thing until very, very recently. But it works wonderfully and it's so less frustrating. All right, so I've got my little strip there. Now, I cut it a little long, so if I need to come back and snip some off, I can. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll see what happens as we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this 3-inch piece down. And so it's going to leave me just a little narrow piece. Okay, so these two were butted up against each other, no overlap. And this one, I'm going to overlap just a little bit. Well, it's going to overlap on its own because of the size. Lack of a better way to say that. All right. So I'm going to lay this right against that fold edge. So those are my layers for my card front, right? All right. So next thing I want to do is I want to take some of the gray twine. This is from the Well Suited Twine Pack. And I'm just going to wrap this around a couple of times. So I'm just going to hold it, wrap it around. And I am going to make a little bow here. If my hands cooperate with me today. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So we'll get a nice bow. All right, happy with that. Let me snip that off. And of course, it's not where I want it placed. So let's slide it down a little bit lower on our card front. So I'm just going to bow this for a moment so I can easily pull this. Well, I say I can easily pull it. There we go. That's a little more easier. How about that? All right. So I could have made a bigger bow, left a little more length there, but I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's all right. All right. Next thing I want to do is bring in, I have already pre-cut this. So I've got a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 piece of basic gray that I used to die cut with the largest scallop circle from the Layering Circles dies. So if you don't already have the layering circles, squares, ovals, they are worth having. It's just a really nice set of dies. There's 3 different ones, and they're really great to have to layer all your elements. So as you guys know, I use this one a ton. So this is the Stitched Shapes dies, and this is the largest circle, which is actually missing on my sheet here. So it's somewhere buried in my craft room. So, but I thank goodness I already cut this out. So it's the die would be this size. But these layer perfectly with all those circles, ovals, and squares. So I use them all the time. They're wonderful. Can't have enough of them, in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. I'm going to use some liquid glue. Not my friend, but I'm going to use it because I think it's best on a circle shape. I could use Stamp and Seal just as easily. It would be fine. But I just thought for a circle, it's sometimes a little easier to go ahead and get that all the way around. Now, what I probably should have done was stamped my sentiment before I put that together. So I don't have any room to flip it over. So let's hope that this works out, because if I mess it up, I don't know where my die is to recut it. So let's hope that this goes well. So I am using, let me grab the stamp set and show you which stamp set I'm using. I am using the Happy Thoughts stamp set. So sorry about the ring. I'm sure it's going to leave a glare on here. But I love this stamp set. This is in the January to June mini catalog. And it's got great sentiments, you know, just your basic happy birthday, thinking of you, thank you, and congrats. But what I love the most is that it's got these inside sentiments that go along with it. So it makes it, to me, extra nice to use. So a little more complete. A lot of our sentiment sets don't have inside and outside greetings, in my opinion. So this makes it nice. All right, let's see if I do okay. Yay! Got lucky. That could have been disastrous, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card front as well. And I'm going to do that with dimensionals. This way, if I want to move my ribbon a little bit, which I think I do want to go up a little bit with my ribbon. So let me just bend that a moment again and slide that up a smidge. Yeah, I think that's cuter. It'll turn out cuter that way. So let's grab our dimensional dots and let's pop this right on the front of the card. I hope everybody's having a great start to their week. Mine started out fabulous. I had my team meeting, my Diamonds team meeting last night, so I got to see lots of smiling, fun faces. Always good to see everybody on the team. We'd love to have you join us if you'd like to. Enjoy a product discount on all your Stampin' Up! Products. This is the last week to take advantage of Celebration and get the extra perks of the 200 sheets of paper. Awesome. All right, now we're ready to do the wobble mechanism. So what I've done, so I could have, let me go ahead and show you this. So I could have used the Snailed It stamp set. So this coordinates with the products in the suite, and there's some super sweet images in here. I chose to take the fast, easy way out, and I actually used the dies to cut out right from the designer series paper, this super sweet snail. So you can see he's designer paper, and I've just cut him right out with the dies. So several of the images in the paper do coordinate with the dies, as well as the stamp set, of course. But all right, so here's where we're gonna go. Let me get my silicone craft sheet, and we're gonna go ahead and make this mechanism. So I've got some 26 gauge wire. The color doesn't really matter. This is just, it's easy for you to see, hopefully, this bright yellow in the video. And I'll tell you, we used to sell this. So this is actually left over from an old pack of wire that I had, but you could use pretty much any wire. I don't know that I'd go anything thinner. I think you'd want, if anything, a higher gauge. So gauge works if my number gets smaller, my wire is actually thicker. So this is a 26 gauge. So if you went to like a 22 gauge, it would be a thicker wire. I don't think I would go to something thinner because I don't think it would have enough stability to it. But you could always try it. I do believe that in some craft stores, they also sell these little mechanisms that I'm going to show you how to make. So you could go that route as well. But I'm cutting off a length of the wire here. So I've just got some wire cutters. It's about 5 inches is what you need. It doesn't have to be exact. Obviously, I didn't measure it, but about 5 inches works well. Now I'm going to bring in my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm going to use this end to wrap this wire around. So what I'm doing is I'm making a spring out of it. So I'm just going to wrap it right around the end of my tool here. It's a nice size for that. Great. And now I have this little spring, and I hope you guys can see this. Hopefully in the video you can see it. I'm trying to bring it up towards the camera a little bit so you can see that. So it's just a little spring that I've made. Okay. That's the hardest thing you're going to have to do on this project. All right, next, I'm going to bring in some, where did I put it? There it is. I'm going to bring in some clear tape, Scotch tape, whatever you want to call it, and get a length of tape. And I'm going to slide it in so that the spring is stuck to the tape. So hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to put this on the back of my little guy here. Now, the bigger the image that you're using, the easier this is to hide the tape. The smaller the image, the harder it is to hide your tape. So I'm just going to push down really well because I want to make sure that that spring is adhered nicely to the back of my little guy here. So you can see that hopefully. Now, to place it down on my card, I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to grab another length of tape. And on the other end, I want to slide that tape around that loop there. And I want to adhere that down. I'm going to turn that a little bit because I actually think I want it a little more to the side so that I make sure I get it covered up. I was hoping to catch that end, but I don't want to, well, maybe we'll go ahead and do it. Good grief. When you want the tape to stick, it doesn't. When you don't, it sure does. I think I just want one coil. My hands are playing with me today. All right, see if I can get that in there. There we go. I was able to get that up where I wanted it. And I'm just going to push that down. That way I can make sure that tape is going to be underneath. And then I'm just going to lay this right down on my card where I want him. So I actually want it down a little bit. So I'm just going to push that down really well. And you can mess with it if you need to. But look how cute that is. Super easy, right? The hardest part is the tape. Ah, so fun. I love it. All right. Let's go ahead and finish the card inside. So I am going to add in a strip of designer paper. Hey, Gwen, so glad you could join today. So let's just run some adhesive along that designer paper. This one is about a 1/2 inch wide. Could be a little wider if you'd like it to be, but I just wanted a narrow strip to bring the design to the inside. And then I want to go ahead and stamp my sentiments. I'm using one of those fabulous inside greetings with that basic gray ink. And hopefully I'm somewhat straight on this block. I'm going to stamp that down. Now I found that my table surface that I'm using is giving on me, so I'm going to have to have my husband look at it and see if he can put a board or something so it doesn't give. So I found out that's why I'm getting some strange stamping going on this surface. So, all right, so there we go. There's our inside. Super cute, fast and easy. If you wanted to add some Stella to bling it up a little bit, you could. Let's see, we need to add some resin hearts, right? So we've got these super cute hearts that are in the Snail Mail Suite, and I'm going to add the red ones. You could color the white ones with some Stampin' Blends to change it to be the color that you want, which is kind of fun. So you could do that as well. So if I didn't want red, I could use those white ones, but I don't think white on white would show up very good. So, but I could have totally colored it. Maybe Bermuda Bay would have been fun to put Bermuda Bay on there. Love, 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 love. Cute. See him wobble again. So much fun. All right, so let me bring in the original. So that was the original one, and then the donkey alternate as well. Now on this one, the papers I used was the Subtles designer paper pack and the Neutrals designer paper pack, and then I brought in metallic pearls. I didn't list the blends that I used to color the donkey, but if you've got questions on that, I'm happy to add that to the supply list. It's Smoky Slate, Ivory, and Flirty Flamingo that I used to color the donkey there. So, all right, I hope you guys love this, and we'll give this one a try. So thank you so much for joining me, and if you like this video, share it with your crafty friends. If you're watching on the replay, I'd love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Bye for now. Have a fabulous week, and I'll catch you guys next Tuesday for a little bit more fun. Bye for now.